Welcome back to Leveling Up Women's Health with Monica
and Heidi. How are you guys today?
We hope you're having a wonderful day.
Yeah, it's 11 this spring. Summer's going to be here before we know it.
I know. I'm so excited. I'm a big, humongous fan of summer.
Are you a boater?
I don't have a boat, but I love going on boats.
Yes. Yeah, we rent. I'm like, I don't want to own a boat. That's too much whatever. So we do our vacations, but we always rent boats and all the stuff and
So fun.
do the lake weekend with the family and all that. So yeah.
I love everything summer.
I do too.
So
I hate being cold.
that is like the bane of my existence.
Yeah.
Cold weather.
Yeah.
So we're not here to talk about weather, though, today, even though I could go on and on about how much I hate winter. But we are going to talk about a subject that's really near and dear to both Heidi and myself.
Very much so.
Two things, balance.
And posture.
Yes.
Yes, I think we both have a dance background. We both teach health and wellness, and it has been something that I have been passionate about for years. Mm-hmm. Little story, growing up, my dad used to come up behind me and take his arms and pull my shoulders back.
Oh my gosh. I was going to tell you a funny story too. See, we don't talk about these things beforehand.
No.
So we surprise each other. My mom used to come up to all of her daughters. I'm one of 5 girls. And if we were slumped shoulder, she would flick us in our shoulder blade like this, like a little flick us in our shoulder blade and say, stand up straight.
Maybe that's why we're both passionate about it. We grew up with it. We had to be standing up straight.
You know what? But here's the thing. It used to drive me crazy when I was younger, but I'm thanking her now.
Oh, yes. Well, and I don't know about you, but when you're younger, you're getting boobs, and it was embarrassing. When you're younger, you start this posture thing of going within because you don't want to stand up straight.
Right.
And you get embarrassed.
Yes. And it's gotten worse and worse with the invention of the cell phone.
Yeah, and how we do this all day long. But that's so funny. I didn't know that.
I literally was going to give that story. But yes, I thank her now. And I tell that story to a lot of my clients because people will say, wow, your posture's so good. And I said, well, from early on, my mom was like, stand up straight, and she was right.
Yeah.
Because posture actually aids in your health.
Oh my gosh. It's a key component. Yes.
So, why don't we go ahead and talk about posture first, then we'll go into balance.
Okay. Well, one of the things about posture, if you think about it, if you stand up straight, you are making your lungs expand. So you're getting in more oxygen.
Yep.
Your breathing is better. Everything, you're getting more energy into your body. The other thing is our spine is designed to be up and down. And it's so funny. We actually talked about this. We both use this in our class. So all the people that come to our class, we use this. We use that string that's pulling up through our head to pull your spine up. We always come up.
Yep. I do that in my Pilates classes all the time.
I do that in my bar class all the time. Because it makes you stand up. Because what happens when you do this? What happens to my body?
Everything closes in.
What happens to my neck?
Your neck is forward. Mm-hmm. And so you're straining. Stress on your neck.
Yep.
Your spine is rounded, which is not supposed to. So it's actually that rounded upper spine is going to cause pain in your lower back.
Causes pressure.
And all your lungs and everything, they fold in and they're compressed.
Exactly. Yep. So it is so important.
I passed that quiz. I'm so excited.
Well, I figured you would.
I'm very excited though.
The other thing it does, you guys, it exudes confidence. So, when you walk in a room, you notice somebody that is standing up straight, and you also notice somebody that is doing this, right? This tells the world, I'm confident, I'm in power, I'm whatever. The other one just pulls you in, and it's just, you decrease your confidence.
Right.
Also, it makes you stand up straighter. I have an 84-year-old in my class, and everybody has asked her, Brenda, have you lost weight? And she hasn't. all we've done is work on her posture. And she is standing up straighter because when she came in, she was doing this. She's standing up straighter. She looks taller and she looks thinner.
So there you go. A quick way to improve your appearance. Yes. So there's the vanity side, but there's so many other parts of that are important too.
Right.
But hey, who wouldn't feel better looking a little leaner and taller?
Exactly.
So why not?
So
how can we help our posture?
Well, so I adopted this little weighted vest.
I love myself a weighted vest. They're pretty awesome.
Okay, what I was not expecting was it to help my posture. So I don't sell weighted vests. I'm not promoting any brand. This is an 8-pound weighted vest. If you don't have great posture, if you have like spinal stenosis, if you have issues with your back, don't start with this. You need to definitely talk to your doctor. But if this little weighted belt thing that's like really popular right now, it really does pull your posture back. It really does make you stand up straight. I have a really hard time going like this. It just makes my back feel weird.
That would.
Yeah.
Did you post a little social media post on this? Didn't you?
No.
Walking in your weighted vest?
Oh, I did walk in my weighted vest.
Yes, you did. It was adorable. Yes. She looked all cute.
But you guys, you can sit at your desk with this on. You don't have to go out walking. And it's going to remind you, boom, to pull my shoulders back. Because the weight is back. You can't see this. But the weight is back here. So what that is doing is it's pulling everything back. I did not realize that was going to be a benefit of this. I'll just be honest with you. I was getting a weighted vest because I thought I was just going to help with my bone density and stuff.
Right.
Because that does help with that too. But this is great for posture. I would do a lightweight. You don't need to do heavy. It's just basically to remind you to pull back. Mm-hmm. Don't keep it on for very long. Like a 15, 20-minute walk is fine. But as you're walking, really focus on pulling it back. What that's going to do is that's going to train the muscles to develop back. Because what we're doing now is if we're there you go.
Here. So, but once we retrain that muscle and the muscle's used to being back here, it's not going to feel comfortable here. Right. We need to get you back comfortable in this position. I talk about all the time, especially women. So women carry their stress in their shoulders. Mm-hmm. Anyway, they do. It's a fact. Men carry it in their lower backs. Women carry it in their shoulders. So it's this.
They're always up here
by your ears. So I'm constantly training women to go, no, down, pull them back and down, pull them back and down. And eventually I don't have to say that anymore. Their muscles are remembering to do that, or they don't feel right in this up forward position anymore. Right. They start to realize they feel much better back here. Mm-hmm. So, you can retrain your body. Yes. And I think that's something that's important. And the weighted vest is a great idea. There are, of course, other ways you can work on posture.
Yes, for sure.
I've used stability balls with people. I've used foam rollers where we lay in a foam roller and lay back and open the body back up. Mm-hmm. You're laying on that foam roller just to give them the feeling and to remind them of where we are actually supposed to be.
Yeah, or even stand against a wall.
That is such a good one.
Yeah, just stand against a wall and throw those shoulders back so that they're touching.
Do you ever have them bring their arms up?
Yeah, we do these.
Do these and slides up and down. And just to open that up. And I will tell you, most people, when they do that, they automatically go into, oh my gosh, I feel so much better. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing. And I'm sure the women that you work with, their posture has increased.
Oh, yes. We see improvement all the time, and we talk about it all the time.
I do too.
And I tell them the health benefits of it, and then they feel better. And, you were talking about, you do look more confident, about like you look more empowered. Mm-hmm. And this whole podcast is about empowering you as a woman.
Yes.
So
The one thing I do want to bring up, though, because it comes in my classes, and I'm going to ask you about it, because I'm not a personal trainer. I'm not on that floor. I'm in group fitness. That's my thing. And so when you are doing personal training, though, a lot of times when you're doing, we'll say, a deadlift, or we'll say a squat, you do adjust your posture so that you take the pressure off your back.
Yes.
So cross training is really good, because if you are doing a lot of lifting, a lot of whatever, you kind of are training. And then what happens is my ladies come upstairs and do my class, and we pull everything up. So those two together of strength training,
Getting the strength.
that's a completely different form.
Yes.
Than what we do when we're in a Pilates class or a bar class.
Well, and I always say the reason why I can lift like I do is because I take Pilates.
Yeah.
And because Pilates gets my body back into the right alignment and is it's just a protective discipline. It teaches you how to hold your body. So because of Pilates, I'm better at strength training. So I do believe that, yes.
Yeah. So you need both. You really do need both for moving the body forward. You need both, but it's two different forms. And Monica has talked before about getting a personal trainer, getting a group fitness, whatever, so that you're doing it right. We want everybody to have good form.
Absolutely. Form is everything. And another thing we work on consistently in group fitness and consistently as a trainer is balance.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't care if you're 25 years old. I don't care if you're 35, 55, 75. Everybody needs to do it.
Yep.
And the only way to get better with balance is to do it. So when people go, well, I can't do it, I'm not balanced. I'm like, well, that's why we're doing it. Come on. Right. You have to try. And balance is one of those beautiful things. I say this to so many clients and students all the time, that you will see almost immediate improvement. Everything else we have to wait. We have to wait to develop those muscles. It takes time. It takes time to lose weight. It takes time to, all these things. Balance, you can see improvement literally within, just working that session. Yeah. And people go, oh my gosh, I can do it now. Because your brain is telling your muscles what they need it to do. You try it the first time and it's really wobbly and you're kind of like, whoa, what am I doing? But then the next time your brain goes, oh, we all need to work together. Remember this one? This was really hard. And it fires up those muscles and they start to adapt.
And it fires your brain up and your neurons.
Yes.
Same thing. It's really good for your brain.
So good. Synapses going in that brain. Yep. And so you've got this symbiotic relationship between your brain and your muscles that are working so well together in bringing you better balance. And better balance is going to reduce your fall risks.
Which the fall risk thing is huge.
Big.
That is the top injury as we age, is falling.
And if you fall in your 70s and break your hip, not a good thing.
No.
So, all of the balance things, but it needs to be, I'm kind of jumping all over the place because I love the subject of balance. It is, like I said, it is for everybody, but it needs to be consistent.
It does.
You can't expect your balance to improve if you do it once and then never do it again.
Yes. And your balance gets better over time. So what I tell people from my ballet background is stand on one leg and spot. Find something to look at that's not moving.
Fixed.
Because what happens is we do this and we get all off balance because we're looking all around the room. Stare at it, and work on your balance.
Yes, that is a really, really good tip, and it does work. I tell people, focus on your water bottle. Focus on a spot on the wall.
Yep.
Focus on something that's not moving. Just, hone in on it, and you will find that your body starts to react. And that little wobble in the beginning is just your muscles going, oh, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
What are we doing here? Yep. But they're going to respond. The body is the most amazing machine in the world that can adapt to new stimulus.
And it's just like practice. I mean, look at little kids. I mean, they're out in the playground. Girls are walking on one leg and doing
Look at gymnasts.
And gymnasts.
Dear
whatever.
God, on that balance beam for the...
We lose it because we don't do it.
Exactly.
So you got to keep doing it. I know it's like we're throwing a lot at you and it's like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do all this stuff? I promise you, it's not that much. Throw in a couple at your workout when you're doing a workout. Throw in just a few balance exercises. Stand on one foot.
Stand on one foot while doing your bicep curls.
Yeah.
And then your second set, stand on the other foot.
There you go.
I tell people all the time, I tell my elderly clients constantly, a great way to start is when you brush your teeth in the morning, stand on your right leg. When you brush your teeth in the evening, stand on your left leg.
Oh, I love that.
That is one of the easiest ways to just get started.
I love that.
And if you need more challenging, I mean, I can give you all kinds of heel to toe walking.
Heel to toe walking.
Okay,
Yep.
you don't have a lot of time in your life, do it in your house. Walk heel to toe in your house from room to room.
Yeah.
That is an easy way to increase your balance and takes no extra time at all. You have to walk to places anyway. Do it walking into a store. People might look at you funny. But you know what? We get to a certain age and who cares?
You know what? We should actually do a whole podcast on what you could do in your home because I do that, with women about what you can do in your home.
Yes.
For balance, for strength, for everything.
Yes.
We should.
We should. Okay, we're going to add another one.
Another episode. And then once you get really good at it, your balance, some people are really good at it. Close your eyes and see what happens.
Yes, that's the next level.
That is next level up. Don't
Next
try
level.
that if your balance isn't good.
Or have a wall nearby or something nearby to grab onto. That's okay.
Yep.
Another great way to practice your balance is stepping up and down, literally. Find a stair. Put your right foot on it. Step up and down. Keep that right foot up there. Step up and down, up and down, up and down. Then put your left foot up. Step up and down, up and down. Up. What you're training is you're training that one leg to work on its own.
Yeah.
That's all you're doing. And, start with support. Focus on consistency and do these simple exercises. Yeah. And I guarantee you're going to see an improvement.
Absolutely. And, we're both very busy. We've talked about how our water is like never just water. There's protein, there's whatever. I love what you said about combining these into your workout so you can work on your balance and you can work on your strength at the same time. It's just getting it in there.
Get it in there.
Yeah.
And, I really, obviously, you saw how excited I got, talking about balance. It's because I do believe in it. And I know in working with all the seniors that I've worked with and that you've worked with, Heidi, we've seen their balance improved. I've had clients come back to me and go, and they're in their late 60s, early 70s, and they're saying, I was hiking with my grandkids and I tripped over a root and I didn't fall. Yep. I was able to right myself, or I was able to get to the next step up because I had the balance to do it.
So important.
Or, I was getting out of my car, my foot caught the ice, but I was able to fix myself. Those are the biggest success stories, the biggest victories. If we can keep ourselves from getting hurt, then we've won.
So what are your takeaways from today?
Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. Well, I'll do the balance takeaways and you do the posture takeaways.
Okay.
I'm so excited about balance. Can you tell? I get a little crazy. Make it part of your everyday. Like I said, do the brush teeth thing. That's one of the easiest things in the world. Do a couple things at home just to work. Where you're standing chopping for dinner, chopping vegetables, stand on one leg. Just there's so many ways that you can do it. Don't think, oh gosh, I've got to do 40 minutes of concentrated balance work every day. That's not true. But make it consistent. Make it an everyday thing. You're not going to overdo it. It's not like when you've really worked your legs super hard and done a heavy leg day and you have to give it a day rest or a 2-day rest. You can work on balance every day.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to get sore from working on balance.
No, you're just going to get better and you're going to be amazing. So those are my takeaways for that. Focus on the positive. If you can only stand for 5 seconds the first day, but by the third day you're standing for 15, thumbs up. Yeah. That's a win. So, focus on the little victories. Yeah. So those are my takeaways for balance.
And for posture, come on, girls. We got to get those shoulders in our back pockets, as I like to call it. And the more you can work on that, and if you don't have a weighted vest, That's no big deal. Stand against a wall. Pull those shoulders back. Think about it. If it takes putting a sticky note on your computer to sit up
good
tall.
idea. Love that.
Whatever it takes to train yourself to come back. And you guys, if you have daughters or sons, start young. Because I do think we both have, I didn't know that about you, but we both have good posture because it's been part of our life forever.
Yes.
We didn't have to correct it.
And it's funny because my mom was a ballerina.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
And so her posture at 91 is still amazing.
Yeah. And I will tell you, the ladies I work with that we work on posture, game changer. They just feel better. They open everything up. They breathe better. They feel healthier. It is so important to incorporate posture.
So many good takeaways today.
Yes.
So, but it doesn't have to be time consuming and overdone. Just, when you find yourself doing this, go, whoop, sit up. Yep. I love the sticky note. Put it on your kitchen table, put one on your computer screen, put one on your phone.
Shoulders.
Maybe you put something on your phone where every hour it just reminds you posture.
Or an alarm.
An alarm. There it is.
Put an alarm on.
There's so many ways.
And then you stand up and go, oh, okay.
Oh, yep, got to get that back and down. So use some of these things, and I guarantee you're going to feel better.
Yes, for sure.
Well, this has been a fun one.
Wait, can you tell we're passionate about this?
Oh my gosh, totally.
We're very passionate about this one.
Yeah, I get a little crazy. Yeah, maybe I need a new hobby, right?
No. It's all good. It's all investment. What we want you to do is invest in yourself.
Yes. Level up your health.
Yes.
All right, ladies. So glad that you tuned in today. Thanks so much. And for Monica
And Heidi.
have a great day.
See you later.
Bye-bye.